There are 3 daily habits that help me maintain a normal blood pressure, and I'm going to share them with you today. My name is Dr. Story. I've been a doctor of chiropractic for over 28 years. I'm going to give you realistic information based on my experience and based on the scientific literature. Now, unlike other YouTube videos that you'll see where there are other doctors, I actually practice in real life. I have an active practice. I see actual patients. I don't make my money off YouTube. I make my money off seeing real patients. So I'm going to give you realistic information. It's stuff that you can use and you could put into practice right now. It's not ideal information. You don't have to find some special food that is only located in the craziest of places or expensive, bizarre types of diets. This is realistic information. So let's do number one. Number one is cardiovascular exercise. Every single day you have to do something that raises your heart rate up. I'm going to give you the specifics here of how to do it. I'm going to change the lighting so that's a little easier to watch for you. Now, cardiovascular exercise is very confusing because many people, they watch YouTube videos and they see, oh, high intensity interval training, I need to work out really hard. And that's partially true. Any type of exercise is going to improve your cardiovascular health to some degree. However, for many people just starting out, if you are 300 pounds, 275 pounds, 320 pounds, you can't go into a room and tell a patient to do high intensity interval training. It'll raise their blood pressure so high and raise their pulse rate so high that they're gonna have a cardiovascular event like a heart attack or stroke. It's too hard. High intensity interval training is really that icing on the cake that people that are already healthy can get healthier. So if you are not so healthy right now, cardiovascular exercise means endurance training, or what's popular now is what's called zone 2 training. If you do a bicycle or a treadmill or walking outside or an elliptical or swimming, walking, jogging, running, whatever it is, the basic goal is this. You want to get your heart rate up to a certain level, and I'll tell you what that level is, and then maintain it for a period of time. The level that you want to raise it to is approximately 180 minus your age. So if you're 50 years old, 180 minus 50 is 130. You want to raise your heart rate up to about 130 and maintain that for a period of time. I'm going to tell you how long in just a minute. Hang tight with me. Another way to calculate it, which and this comes up with about the same numbers anyway, is 220 minus your age times 0.75. That'll get you in the ballpark of the same numbers, pretty much. So it's 220 minus your age. So if you are 50 years old, 220 minus 180 is 170, and you take 75% of that, gives you about the same amount of numbers. That's a ballpark. Another way to know how hard to work out when you're exercising is the talk test. If you're walking, and I'm going to imitate it right now, if you're walking and you have a good pace here, but you can see how my breathing is a little bit tough. Now, if I had a friend right next to me, which I don't really have any friends, I can pretty much maintain a conversation with them. If you work out a little harder and you keep working and oh my God, I could hardly, hold on 1 second, I can't talk. There you're working out too hard. So if you can do the talk test where you are exercising and you can basically maintain a conversation, you are exercising hard enough. Now, there's a great book out there by Peter Attia. He's a medical doctor, and of course, he's famous now. He's an author. He's written books. He's got podcasts. He's all over the internet with type 2 training and things like that on longevity. He says that you need to exercise cardiovascular for about 3.5 hours a week, which means that every day you should do about a half an hour. Now, you should not do one time a week for 3.5 hours. It should be broken up. But if you want, you can do an hour 3 times a week and then another half hour, but 3.5 hours is optimal for cardiovascular fitness. Now let's talk about the second thing, which is also in his book, but it's very interesting, and that is sleep. And what I have done is I have a whole routine of how I get better sleep. There are some supplements that you can take as well as some procedures. So the basic concept is the better sleep you get, the better off your health is going to be and the better off your blood pressure is going to be. Because when you get a deep sleep, when you sleep well, your body produces certain hormones and turns off other hormones, such as your cortisol goes down, growth hormone and testosterone are stimulated with rapid eye movement sleep. Your hormones of your thyroid get more balanced. The other interesting thing when it comes to high blood pressure is when you sleep, essentially you're fasting and your body will stop producing insulin and start producing glucagon and become more fat adapted. These are all benefits of good sleep. Some magnesium supplements I find help me with sleeping better. So if I take a magnesium supplement, and I'll mention one at the end of the video if you want to look at it, but a magnesium supplement helps me sleep, as well as doing things like deep breathing exercises, getting off the computer, not having light shine in your eyes, having an extremely dark and cool room are all things that help benefit me as well as the patients that I see, and this is what I recommend to patients. Now the third and last thing I kind of alluded to is the deep breathing. And I'll tell you what, deep breathing is extremely important. The best time to do it, I feel, for myself, is at nighttime before I go to bed. You sit down, you have a good back support, or if you want to do it lying down, you can, and you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. I do about 5 minutes of deep breathing. That amounts to about 30 deep breaths. So you do that before you go to bed. This has a number of benefits. Number one is if you inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, or inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose, it really doesn't matter. But anytime you use your nose, you will increase the amount of nitric oxide that is developed in your bloodstream. And that nitric oxide is a gas that helps dilate and relax the blood vessels. Number two is the deep breathing helps me mentally relax, and I basically forget about what happened during the day, and it's a very relaxing thing. Number three is it helps lower cortisol in our body, which very often keeps us awake. So deep breathing exercises are vital. Now let me demonstrate how to do it. It's very, very simple. Watch carefully. It's a very deep breath. You are not hyperventilating, you're not over-breathing, you're not rapidly breathing. You breathe deep, you breathe slow, and you just let it go mentally. And that are the secrets to how I keep my blood pressure at a normal level. Sure, there are other things that you can do. There are other supplements and things like that. Let me know in the comments section what you have used to lower your blood pressure. And if you're really interested in completely naturally lowering your blood pressure, I've made a video. It's going to be right here on this right hand side. It is a long video. You got to wait till the end to get the box. Okay, so I'm not putting it up right now, but wait till the end of the video. There's going to be a box here. You click that box. It is my complete guide to lowering blood pressure naturally. It's a long video, but get a pen and paper handy, and you will love that video because I'm going to give you all the secrets to naturally lowering your blood pressure. Today's video sponsor is Mother Good Earth, and they are a great company because they are, first of all, sponsoring this video, and second of all, they have the greatest minerals ever, and they have a philosophy of minerals come from the earth. So where do you get it? From the earth. And so watch what I'm going to do here. We're just going to go down. It rained the other day. You just take a nice cup here and just scoop up some mud, And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix this Mother Earth with water and drink it to get all the minerals that come from the earth. So you can see I just mixed it with water and all the chunky goodness is in there. Beautiful for minerals. Oh my God. Oh, screw this. I don't need the money. No more sponsorship. Okay guys, good news. I have a new sponsor, Optimizers, and they have Magnesium Breakthrough. This actually I do use. I take 2 tablets at nighttime. It helps me sleep. It's got 7 different minerals. Now, of course, Mother Earth supplies minerals in the dirt, but it needs to come into the vegetables. And if the soil isn't good, if you're not eating organic vegetables, you're not getting as many minerals as you really should be. So that's why I take 2 tablets. It's got 500 milligrams of magnesium in it, and it's got 7 different types of magnesium. The reason I take this is for a number of reasons. It regulates my blood pressure, it keeps my heart healthy, which is an endurance athlete I really want, and it helps me sleep. It's easy on the stomach, easy to digest, no digestive trouble, and this is actually a sponsor that I could stand by. Oh man, who's gonna clean up these chunks?